What's going on, guys? It's the Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now, as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now, this is my post-fight reaction to Conor Benn against Benn-Algieri. Conor Benn winning by 4th round knockout. Very impressive performance by the guy Conor Benn, man. He was brilliant. Have to say, man, this was his best performance in my opinion. Not just because he got the knockout, but just the way how it happened, man. Everything flowed for Conor Benn on Saturday night. The head movement was brilliant. The punch selection, just the way how he was cutting off the ring. He made significant improvements in this fight compared to the last fight against Adrian Granados, who wasn't really up for the battle. It was a bit of a spoiler. And Conor Benn didn't look great, you know what I mean? He was just following him around the ring. Even though the decision was, you know, he definitely won the fight. You know, it wasn't as impressive as he had been previously. This fight right here against Benn-Algieri, he looked like a mature fighter. He's only 25 years old, Conor Benn. But the way how he was just putting his punches together, showing terrific defense, head movement, you know, getting low when he needed to. And the finish was just brutal, man. Had Algieri on the ropes, beautiful 1-2. And Algieri was out. It was a beautiful knockout. One of the better knockouts of this year. He also had Benn-Algieri down. I believe it was in round 2. Looked like more of a trip to me, but yeah, Conor Benn was brilliant on Saturday night, man, and he is fast becoming, you know, a rising star over here in the UK. Outside of the heavyweights, he's probably the most attractive in terms of, you know, boxing personality and star potential that we have out there in terms of the UK outside of the heavyweights. I know Josh Taylor has definitely achieved more, and you know, he needs to be respected, but in terms of star power, Conor Benn is right up there, man, right up there, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. Now, where does he go with this future? Because I don't want to say disgusted, but I was just very disappointed in Tony Bellew's comments after the fight. I think that, you know, some people over here, you know, over here in the UK, we tend to get a bit overexcited at times, and that was the case on Saturday night in terms of Conor Benn and where he could go from here. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Tony Bellew was, you know, kind of suggesting that the only two guys at welterweight that could beat Conor Benn was Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. Now, those are the two best welterweights in the game right now, but no. Conor Benn is very good. He looked very good on Saturday night. He's got a lot more to come, but he's not ready for those two welterweights for sure. And he's not ready for the top 5 yet, in my opinion. There is still more development work to do. And to say that only Errol Spence and Terence Crawford were the only two that he thinks would beat Conor Benn just goes to show that we can overreact at times. Now, Tony Bellew was swiftly put in his place by Andy Lee on the DAZN broadcast, who quickly reminded him that there are other two young studs at welterweight, and they go by the names of Vergil Ortiz and Jerome Ennis. Let's not forget about those two, please. How could you forget about them two? Do you know what I mean? Bellew was like, oh, I forgot. I'm just, how did you forget? But anyway, I don't want to take that away from Conor Benn's performance. People are going to get excited about that win. But let's be realistic in terms of what he wants to do next. They're going to push the hype machine for Benn against Broner. Now, in terms of a marketability standpoint, I get it. It does make sense in terms of Conor Benn and where he wants to go in terms of becoming more of a star. In terms of the actual fight, it does nothing for me. Broner is not in the right frame of mind to fight. He's only fighting for the money. He's well past his best. He's not even a natural welterweight. So yeah, in terms of like development wise, I don't know what this does for Conor Benn in terms of his ambitions for becoming the best welterweight in the division. It does nothing because Broner is not that kind of guy anymore. He hasn't been that guy for a long time. Doesn't throw many punches. He's not all there mentally. So yeah, not a good fight in terms of development, but for marketability, yeah, sure. Adrian Broner is a big name. He would attract a lot of people. Even over here in the UK, it's a big fight. People would show out for because it's Adrian Broner. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I get it. But for me personally, it's not an attractive fight in terms of competitiveness. So I mean, listen, I'd still watch it. I'm not going to lie. But there are other fights out there at welterweight that I'd like to see. Welterweight has got a bag of names in that division, man. As I said, Vergil Ortiz and Jerome Ennis are the two young studs right now. We already know who the two best names are in the division. Then you've got Stanionis, you've got Mean Machine, Kavliauskas, you've got Batayev. I mean, there are a lot of dangerous opponents out there. Avanesian, that's a fight that I'd like to see Conor Benn in. Where does Conor Benn go from here? His career's been guided brilliantly so far But I think that they'll still continue to take measured steps. They're not going to throw him right in the deep waters as of yet, because he's only 25 and he's still got more development to do. But in terms of how it is going, it is looking very good. I mean, on Saturday night, we did see more improvements, and he's improving with every fight. So let's not rush him in against those top two guys yet. Even the top contenders in terms of Ennis and Ortiz, I wouldn't even think about putting him in with those guys yet. But somebody like an Avanesian, I think that's a very good test. Might not be the best fight for him marketability wise, but it's a very good test, and one that he could learn from. That is a very good fight. There is, like I said, other contenders in that division. Maybe a Keith Thurman, who'll be fighting Mario Barrios. I think it's next year, I believe. Yeah, well, it will be next year. If Thurman was to win that, that's a big name. I'll put Conor Benn in against Keith Thurman. So yeah, there's Ugas. He's a champion. I don't think he's ready for him yet. But yeah, just continue to move Conor Benn as they are. There is a lot of hype around him so far, and I expect that they really will go all out to make the Broner fight. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys. And who do you like to see Conor Benn fight next? Very interesting. I mean, he's been moved very well, and he looked very good on Saturday night, man. But let's remember, Chris Algieri has been pretty inactive. As I said, he's only fought a couple of times in the last few years. He's pretty much a part-time boxer now, and he is a commentator outside of the ring. He does commentating, he's into his fitness, so he does other stuff outside of boxing. And let's remember that before we start saying Conor Benn is the best welterweight in the world. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.